The family dinner started like any other, except it didn't end like one. I had barely sat down when my father slammed his fork down onto the table, his face red with anger. "You have 2 days to get your stuff out," he said. The words hit me like a punch. I froze, trying to process what I just heard. "Wait, what?" I asked, my voice trembling. My mother leaned forward, her eyes sharp. "We've had enough," she said coldly. "You're a burden, and it's time you leave." I blinked. The room went silent. My younger sister looked down at her plate, avoiding eye contact. My older brother smirked, as if he had been waiting for this moment. "Why now?" I whispered. "I don't understand." "You've been irresponsible for too long," my father snapped. "We're done supporting you. 2 days. That's it." The rest of the dinner passed in a blur. I barely touched my food. I sat there, heart pounding, mind racing. I went to my room later that night, staring at my belongings, the books, the clothes, the memories of years spent in this house. I couldn't believe this was happening. But as I sat there, a thought slowly formed in my mind. If they thought I was going to cry, beg, or just pack my things quietly, they were wrong. I started planning. I had 2 days. 2 days to turn this situation around. The first thing I did was take inventory. Every item that mattered, every valuable, everything that could be used. I made a list. Next, I started making calls. Old friends, neighbors, and people I trusted. I didn't want to leave everything behind. By the evening of the first day, I had a plan, a detailed one. And it wasn't just about moving my things. It was about showing them exactly who they had underestimated. When they woke up the next morning, they thought they were kicking me out. But I was about to take control of the situation in a way they never expected. And the next 48 hours would change everything. Day 1 was all about preparation. I packed my essentials into boxes and arranged for a small storage space. But my real focus was something else, the surprise I intended for them. I spent years quietly saving money from part-time jobs and freelance work, things they never noticed or appreciated. I had bought a small property, paid off a car, and even set up a small emergency fund in my name, completely independent of them. By now, they thought I was helpless and dependent. I spent the rest of the day carefully labeling boxes, not just with contents, but also with notes that would hint at what they were about to discover. Then, I arranged for movers to come first thing on day 2. By the next morning, the house felt different. Everything I touched, everything I moved, carried a silent message. I wasn't a burden. I was prepared. I was capable. At lunch, my mother tried to confront me, asking where I was moving things. I smiled calmly. "Just organizing," I said. No panic, no apology, just calm authority. They were confused. They didn't know how to react. I even left a few items in plain sight, important documents, old receipts, and personal achievements they never noticed. By evening, the movers had cleared most of my belongings, but that wasn't the end. I had left one last box in the living room. On it, a simple note. "Open after I'm gone." Inside were 3 things. The key to my new apartment, bank statements proving I was financially independent, and a short letter. The letter detailed every way I had grown, every accomplishment they had ignored, and a simple truth. "You tried to push me out because you thought I couldn't survive, but I already have, and I'm stronger than you ever imagined." When they found it, it changed everything. The next morning, my parents woke up to an empty room, except for that final box. Curiosity and shock brought them to it. They opened the note. They saw the bank statements, the key, the letter. For the first time in years, they looked at me, not with authority, not with anger, but with something closer to awe. You planned all this?" my father stammered. I smiled calmly. "Yes, I moved out, but I didn't leave everything behind. I left proof that I can survive without you, and that underestimating me was your biggest mistake." My mother's eyes welled up. We didn't realize." I shook my head gently. "You didn't believe in me. That's why I had to show you." My brother stayed silent, face pale. I picked up my last bag, took one final look at the house, and walked out the door. Not angry, not broken. Confident, free. Because the moment they tried to control me, I took control of my own life. And sometimes the best revenge is simply thriving while they watch.